Hey, this is Morgan from churchapps.tv, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to upload custom backgrounds, headers, and sliders into your app and various app tabs to make the overall appearance of your app look a lot better. And how we do that is first log into your app admin panel, click on Content, and then your home page, and scroll down to background images. Now this is just one tab, but I want to show you that there are three different resolutions depending on what device is going to view your app. So the first is mobile, and if you hover over this, you'll see 640 by 920 is the resolution. This is for your iPhone 4S and lower, your Android devices, and your mobile app. iPhone 5 has its own resolution at 640 by 1096, and tablet has its own at 960 by 1380. So you can see how all of them are a little bit different and that they're customly made for that resolution. So if you're fancy with Photoshop, you want to build the basic background and then export it in those different resolutions. So it looks pretty good. All right, how do I, in this tab, add a background if I don't have one? Well, I click down here at Select, and I can select a background. These are the custom backgrounds that I've already uploaded, or images. I can also choose from a bunch of preset images that I want to find. Let's say for this one, I want to click this background. Let's say I didn't have it uploaded already. I would just click Choose File and then choose the PNG. I recommend using a PNG 24 if you can compress it, or PNG 8. Just be careful of file size, because if it is a very high quality image, remember it is loading like a web page, so it could slow your app down. So I click on that and hit Save My Choice, and now it's going to change that background. And there you go. So I've assigned it to this background to the Home tab, but what about all my other tabs? We'll do this quickly. You can go to the Appearance, click on Background Images, and you can see here it shows all the images that I've uploaded and then what tabs have that background assigned to them. So for example, this one has the Facebook and mailing list tab assigned to it. This one has sermons, giving, Twitter, and Bible and Dallas tab that I've named assigned to it. But what if I want to unassign one or don't? So let's click on the sermons tab, and I'm going to unassign it to this background, which it has. Now it shows up here as an unassigned tab, so it does not have a background. If I were to go look at it, it would just have a blank black background. But I want to assign it this background, so I click that background and then click Select. And if I had a bunch more, I could just select it to all of them, or hit Select All, and it would assign this background, which I have checked, to any of these tabs. Then hit Save Changes up at the top. And you can see now that the Sermons tab has this background assigned to it. So that's how you can manage your backgrounds. One quick gotcha that I want to point out with backgrounds and making them is if you click on Appearance here, if you want to make your own custom background, just be careful to allow room at the bottom for your tabs, for example, right here, and to allow room for your top for like your status bar or whatever device you have for that header. You can see that I've done that in this Photoshop file that I've created. I've allowed room down here, about 50 to 75. You're going to have to play with it depending on button size, to allow room for the tab, and also I've allowed room at the top here for the header. And that's how it looks. Okay, the next thing is one other thing about backgrounds I'm going to point out is you'll see I have different styles of background, not just the logo, but I have this one here. This type of background with a logo at the bottom is great for your More tab and some other tabs that have several lists. Let me give you an example. So if I go to Preview here, and I click on the More tab, you can see here that I've got the background with the logo at the bottom kind of covered up, but not as much. If I click on Events here, see I've got all my events listed, and then I've kind of got a cool background with the logo at the top. If I were to put this one over it, it would kind of fade in the background there and kind of be busy. So you can kind of play with it in different backgrounds assigned to different tabs. You can go crazy with that. Okay, one other thing I want to show you guys as far as, or two things actually, is headers. Headers, certain tabs have headers that you can assign to them, and you have to go through other videos to show, but one of them is like the audio tab. Also the events tab and some of the other tabs have headers that are assigned. If that tab that you've added in step 1 has a header available, it'll show up here. And then you can just hit choose file, upload your custom file. This is about a 640 by 200 header, and then I've just chose the file and uploaded it, and it'll be there, or I can exit out of it just by deleting it from there. And that's how you can have a custom header for each of the images to make it look nice. Alright, the last thing is assigning sliders. Now you have sliders on your websites, you know, that advertise for churches, various Bible studies or small groups that are coming up, and you may want to take those images and put them in the app as well. Well, how you do that is go to background images, and you're going to upload those sliders. The only gotcha with this is if you want them to be transparent, i.e. if you want this background here to show behind the slider so the slider doesn't take up the entire app background, then you want to allow transparent room on the top and bottom and place it. And what does that mean? Let me show you in Photoshop a little bit easier. So I got a Photoshop here, and I've got this banner, and you can see I've kind of placed this banner where I want in that background. Just like that. Okay. And after placing it how I want, I'm going to hide everything else and save the file with this background transparent. So just go to File, Save for Web Device, and save it at 640, 920, and then the other resolutions for the different devices. And that is exactly what I have done right here and here. I did this really quickly, so bear with me. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to go down here, I'm going to hit slider 1, and I'm going to assign it that background. And then slider 2, assign it this one, and I can go up to 5 sliders. I'm going to have it do a slide, back and forth, auto motion, and then just hit Save Background Settings. Alright, so we've uploaded headers, backgrounds assigned to custom tabs, or custom backgrounds assigned to tabs, and we've uploaded sliders, transparent. Let's see how they look. So go to our Preview tab. And you can see here the sliders are coming through, and you know, they're not perfect and they don't quite match, but that's not the point of this. Just kind of show you how easy it is to make sliders that look pretty fancy on your website. And you can have them slide or fade. Other thing too, let's go to the More tab, and you can see I've got my background image here that looks a little bit different. And then to show you the headers, let's go to the Sermons tab. You can see, hey, there's my header that I uploaded with my background. That looks pretty nice. Another one is, let's go to Times. You can see, hey, prayer times here, and I've got information below with a nice header to add a good look to the overall app. And that is how to kind of spruce up your app with different images and designs. You can go crazy. If you know Photoshop, have fun with it. If you have questions, feel free to contact us, either self-help by the help desk or submit a support form, and we'll get back with you within 24 hours. And if you're this isn't for you, don't worry about it. Contact us and we can build an app for you today. All proceeds go to charity, and hope that you have a blessed day. Thanks. Bye.